Bulgarian brought the nationals this year. In this game, it's me against another Victor, so it's Victor versus Victor. First time going with this fighter's fight and advantage. And you know this fighter's fight, it's always devastating when you lose. Nice.
Yeah, it's like two dead touches are lost already. And I believe this is the dominate stealth card.
Yes.
We see a reaction here. Isolate for dead touch, but he has the answer in the fatal scene.
This fatal scene, but the thing is that these blocks are very frustrating.
Yeah, you're kind of ahead on the red density game. Okay, so we're going to do almost the same, starting with a nerf scalpel.
It's very nice. I can't remember this game, to be honest, so it's watching it all.
Yeah, it happened quite some time now though.
This lovely player. That is a spider's fight.
No, it is a nerf scalpel.
Is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Which is another bull, and now it's a spider fight. I personally never liked attacking with both dagger because the second dagger can just be blocked. Right now we're looking for scalp.
That's because you play it different than every
Yeah, but I mean, at this point you lost the value of both daggers, right?
If your hand is one way,
Yeah, I mean, it's always an option. Yeah, but at this point, I believe he could have kept the isolation accent, which is like pretty decent to have him take a down line. But here we see a isolate. Which should be illegal, to be honest, because it has dominate.
with an isolate as well.
Yeah.
So that's pitched isolate, attacking isolate for you, right? So
Yep. This is a very common Uziri mistake actually. This happens in multiple tournaments.
shout out to Sunny, shout out to Adasha. I really didn't want to cheat you, it just so happened.
Kind of lost it. Okay, so
Arsenal parts, so it's his turn.
yeah. I guess he's thinking. He did keep a card in Arsenal at the end, so pitching a down and dirty, which is actually a very interesting card in the Uzuri mirror because it's something you can get off of Codex of Frailty when your opponent plays it and just block with it from Arsenal.
Yeah, it's a really nice, it's a really nice trick.
Yeah. See one block here, and you pitch another double red hand, double red card for a shakedown. He has not played the attack reaction this turn yet, but Flick Knives is always an option if your opponent chooses small called shakedown in order to trigger its effect.
But I think keep the risk.
Yeah. I mean, technically, making him destroy his nerf scalpel without you playing defense reaction is also value play in a way, especially this early in the game. So you block with your own shakedown. Take 3. Yeah. I I mean, it is the middle match, so. Unfortunately, his pitch stack is kind of fucked now. He has like 12 red cards in a game. Yeah. You see a Pomo in his hand, which is quite interesting. We'll see if he gets to that. But it should be your turn now, and with like a 4-card hand. Starting with a looking for scrap punching game blue stealth tackle on your head. Looking for scrap actually one of the better commons from that set, unexpectedly. Also punish the daggers, yeah. I believe he's taking the damage here. Yeah, it's kind of practicing. So, talk more about your list in general. Is it what type of Uzuri list have you got?
We can also take the description it's not a red line list, it's not a contract list, it's what I consider the normal list for Uzuri. We have plenty of tools, so you can make damage, have plenty of react.
Yeah, okay, it makes sense. I believe it's the most popular list of them also. And here we see the Codex of Frailty.
Yeah, this is probably like the worst play with Codex of Frailty that I've done for that tournament.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's necessary. You see them having no arsenal and it's just so tempting. There's so much value. Especially when you know he does not have Leave No Witnesses in the graveyard yet, so he can't really punish you back. So you're going to get a Ponder here, and he's going to get a Frailty. Frailty is...
You need to show me the card that he put in without no.
Yeah, I guess. Frailty is very strong against Uzuri actually. It means that you'll always be able to double block his attempts to switch in and attack. Because he's going to have no daggers next turn.
Yeah, it's also devastating in Lexi as well, and Cancel.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
Probably that's why it's like the most expensive card from outsiders.
Yeah. I mean, it may also be the most expensive card actually. I mean...
The full-out legendaries and the marbles there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the fables. And the marbles actually, yeah. Okay, so that was it. It was basically put that touch in the arsenal pass, whilst kind of forcing him to discard card. We see Ravenous Rabo here, revealing a Pomo, which is very interesting, and I believe we saw him having a Pomo in hand, but the thing is he going to have something to play at all? Because he already started with, Ravenous Rabo, which you obviously cannot promote. And to kind of go back on the popularity topic, I believe at the start of the season, Redline was the most popular, but as time went on and people started figuring out the deck more and more, the so-called Blue Uzuri, which is I believe after playing or like a variation of it, became more and more popular.
Yeah, I'm just wondering here, I decided to knowing that there's no way for him to pummel the Ravenous Rabo, and there's a second Ravenous Rabo, obviously we know that there's another pummel on top.
Yeah.
So it's coming for 4 again,
Yes, he
There's
does.
not much you can do. So
Yeah.
turn anything.
I mean, he can still play something like... I mean, you don't know he has a Pummel in hand, so technically he can go for like stealth attack into a swap or something. Or just stealth attack. See here, he uses it to counter the goals for a dead touch. And you're going to just block it with a surgical extraction, which is also a very strong card and a fateful scene, so you did have the defense reaction. And you're going to choose to leave it on top. The most important thing from this turn actually is leave no witnesses going to the graveyard, making every other Codex of Rarity way more devastating.
Yes, if you're out of resources, I'm always saying mana, I don't know why it's not mana, it's resources in this game.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
if you're out of resources, that's the saving grace.
yep. Just going for a dagger, and we know you have dead touch in Arsenal, so it's going to be quite a difficult dead touch to block if he does not block the spider's bite. So in a way, it's either he gives you 3 cards or just
Or he gets punished, but that's a very nice play from his side.
yeah, Freya's trap is going to block the dagger, and because the dagger has go again, it's also going to lower the damage from that touch.
That's gonna come for 5 now, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still 5, right? Like it still demands 2 cards.
You have to block, yeah.
Yeah, and he's on more life than you, so he cannot use the Arcanite spell card. Yeah. But I guess he has Pommel, and like it's a decent place to block with the Pommel. Seems like he's blocking with the Pommel, but like he's going to commit something else as well.
Always taking his time.
Yeah. I mean, choosing to block with the Pommel is always kind of a commitment because you have to put that card in your deck specifically to play it, and to pose this option with it. Yeah. You're going to block with the Pommel and take the damage, so he does not want to commit another card to block the additional 3 damage from that touch.
I wish he had a nice play.
Yeah. Or at least should have. Now, the most important part, what? Give him priority. And yeah, I'm still not sure what is the best disease to give with that touch in that matchup, but I guess it's kind of like dependent on the situation.
And the situation actually, and in this case, he's not blocking full damage, so he's thinking at his point turn, which means that he's starting to last no twice, and he won't be able to use his damage.
Yeah, it's definitely a good choice. We see, in fact, a blue one threatening a swap, obviously. A good bait you can pull off with this deck is actually using the Snapdragons on a stealth card as a reaction instead of swapping. And then going for the swap. Here we see cut down to size, which unfortunately is blocked already.
Yes, also, I don't think this is a card that needs to be in this build.
Yeah, and you also block it on top with a faithful scene.
Because this map is what I usually do when it comes to draft. I would always play blue stealth when I draft Uziri, and use, you know, these books, I can't remember the name, it's a common
Yeah.
books that I would give go again to something with power, like 1 or less.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice trick.
Yeah, it is. Like, these boots were like... I was extremely disappointed with them when I started playing, but like, as time went on, like in Uzuri, they allow you to do so many tricks. Like, they allow you to trigger, I believe, sneak attack in the middle of the chain. Which is also pretty nice. Here we see backstab blocked by an isolate swapped into a Nourishing Emptiness, which is a card I believe who Uzuri started playing just because it's a 3 block and it's a popper and you can swap it in whenever you want. And you see, yeah, it's covered here with the fifth step as well.
Funnily enough, my second game this day, I was playing back game because of the I managed to pull Notion of Guinness 10-1. Everybody threw, so I was going for all that stuff, but he managed to block the liquidity here and then in the so sometimes you get the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, getting gear is also fun, especially for him.
It is.
Here we see a red color. And about the dump size, I do agree that like the moment your opponents are aware that like the dump size in the deck becomes like a lot worse. But then at the same time it's like one of the better improved options for the deck, like if you're using
I don't think he is.
yeah, I'm just saying.
In Blitz it's nice and it works with ammo.
Yeah. And here we see a shakedown from Arsenal again, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is his second shakedown that he has not been able to actually Uzuri swap. We see a Nourishing Emptiness block. Okay, this time he's going to use his Flick Knives and actually give up on his Spider's Bite, I believe, and you're going to punish him very heavily with Sing Below. So that Sing Below...
With a very nice sink, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The life total is not leaving like that much life, and this turn was supposed to bring back some tempo on his side.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And now when he's like out of Spider's Bite, your blocks are like way easier actually. I mean, I guess he still keeps the option of like Flick Knife Sink a single or something like this. But yeah, it was a big commitment. Which is we see, and you're going to just Flick Knives here, which I'm not too sure why you do that, but I guess just getting the value when you can.
At some point you start regretting that you haven't used the gloves earlier. Because Flick Knives is a really nice finisher, but in this case, you know that in this match you won't use it to finish your opponent, so you just try to get it out.
Yeah, I mean you kind of get the additional 1 damage here. That's nice. So about the big commitment of like Flick Knives and Shakedown is like one of the reasons why I really like the contract list, because there you can just use the mask, which is so much less commitment actually. To get the Shakedown.
After all last game, I don't think that's
Yeah, I really hope that the new skill Dawn Metal Uzuri does not fall off the facing gear due to reason.
But it won't be the contract version, it's going to be this one.
Well, we'll obviously have to see because we do not know the skill down cards, but at the very least she has access to Malign, which can help her with the angels if they ever become a problem, so it's also cool. Here we just saw, I believe, a Leave No Weaknesses while there was no arsenal, so it was not particularly threatening. And pitch for a Spider's Bite. And now over the course of the game, actually this Spider Bite is going to grind so much more value than the Scalpel.
Exactly.
because looking at his hand, I believe he's like full of attacks. He kind of has to not commit a card to the attacker. He's thinking. And like this is one of Uzuri's best qualities actually, is that yeah, like it's so unclear what you're going to do, even if your opponent is like very aware of the strategy, that sometimes you're like, do I block the dagger here? Because like if you let the dagger hit you and then your opponent presents something with 6 power that you need to block, and now you have to block it with 3 cards, you basically got 1 damage for 3, where you could have blocked the dagger and then blocked the 6 power with 3 cards again without taking the damage actually. But here instead we see give and take.
That was a really fresh addition to the deck. I mean, if you remember, this card was not very popular at the beginning, was even cheap, and then it went up in price because actually it is a lot of value. Each and every card that gets you back cards from your graveyard is value.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the majority of time people are just going to say, I'm not going to block it, but it's still like, in that case, yeah, it's free damage that also blocks for 3, so like, in a case where you do not need it, you don't have to use it. And here we're going to see the Codex of Frailty for another death touch, but you do have the tunic counter. And another very cool thing about give and take is that it kind of presents this inevitability, even with this deck, if you ever reach a fatigue game state, where, like, especially if you play not Remorseless, but Remembrance, you can say Remembrance for like 3 give and takes, and then, like, if your opponent is like below 3 life and they have to block the give and take, you just put give and take on top of your deck with give and take and just enter this infinite loop.
Yeah, it is a very nice card. Awkward blocks.
Yeah, we see here kind of getting a little bit extra punished for not blocking the dagger. He's going to take from here and receive a disease. Yeah. I mean, he obviously chose to keep his hand, so... And he already has frailty, right, from the
Codex.
Yeah.
Double frailty also is something that's great against Xanax. Because before everything goes to the arsenal, so...
Yeah.
I mean, almost everything.
Yeah, but most often than not, the Arsenal is the right. Here we see Legal Weaknesses, which is a very telegraphed Snapdragon Scaler side, because you see him getting like 3 more cards and there's like no way he would take like, what was it, like 8 damage just to keep those. So here we see Crown of Providence with the utility of just giving you a better card. Recycling your arsenal in a way. Now he's going to go for his strike for 7. Yeah, I guess he can always go for like a blue stealth like Impact, which is like still 2 damage in a way. I'd say not the most value. And we see here the utility of the attack, right? It's able to block the moment you do not need to be aggressive with it. Yeah, and he takes it very important. I'd say I'm not too pleased with the use of Snapdragons here. He could have went for like 5 Guardian into Weaknesses. It would have been less damage, but telegraphed snapdragons is not something I'm a fan of. We see a hero here. Like, the good thing about his side actually is that finally he's like on lower life total, so he can actually block with the skill cap, and he's going to do that. And skill cap is not going to block too, so just using the value of skill cap is like extra life. The hero is sedate. I really like the idea of just use blue stealth attacks because I personally value the ability to have more blue pitches in the deck more than the stealths doing like 2 more damage, because it's still 3 and it's still like just blockable with a single card. Where the value of the on hit is actually not in the damage but on the on hit, like on the disease. Like even a blue sedate is devastating against an Icelander or an old him. Like they pretty much have to block it, else their hero does not function nearly as well.
Okay, so here he's getting another penalty.
Yeah, another penalty from the death touch. Penalty a little bit less effective now that he has only 1 dagger, but like still kind of like the...
I don't know what he has in his arsenal because he's kept that card for so long, so
yeah.
I was getting afraid what's gonna come.
Yeah, it's like the most guaranteed value, right? Like you know you're getting like at least 2 damage prevented like next turn, especially when he's keeping 4 cards in an arsenal. Goes for an isolate.
Isolate for 1, let us know because he's gonna switch it obviously.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, he kept the dice on 2 on the isolate.
Yeah, it's a yellow isolate actually.
Yeah, with the frailty actually it's 1.
Well, I mean it doesn't matter, so. We see a death touch block here, which is going to, you know, prevent the cut-down size effect, which is exactly what we talked about at the beginning, right? Like, if you're aware your opponent is playing cut-down size, you just always commit 1 block and kind of...
And just take vanilla damage with no disruption.
Yeah, just play it safe. I mean, you still kind of had to block, but it's like... way better than just taking 6 and then still having to discard. So here we see a give and take.
I think that's my last one because I've attacked with 1 and I blocked with 1.
Yeah, but like the interesting thing here is that we see the give and take before the spider's bite. Okay, it's a CNC.
I think this is a really interesting moment because I think he'll try and block now. Or maybe it wasn't this CNC.
Okay, interesting.
There was CNC later on in the game.
Well, the game's almost over, so I guess it's a possibility. But that was an interesting decision not blocking the CNC. Maybe his hand is good. At least it has to be good, yeah. Okay, we see E-Strike. E-Strike is for 7. Okay, so he decided to just keep another arsenal.
Now, here if he had the snappiest things would have gone worse.
Yeah, I mean, kind of depends on what he kept in Arsenal, right? Like if it's a defense reaction, it's actually the correct play. But we'll see. Like it may not be a defense reaction. Here we see an E-strike. E-strike draw a card. So this is once again very obvious Snapdragons, but at this point it does not matter, right? Because it presents lethal. So it's like you gain nothing off of not blocking it, so you might as well. And we do see a defense reaction from Arsenal, so kind of called it there. But he still takes the damage, right? And we're going to see a Spider's Bite here. And now these like low life totals, like whenever you have the tempo, it gets like even worse for him because you can at any point just use the flick knives and actually finish the game off. Like if he ever decides to leave it like 1. Yep. And then you see him isolate. I believe he has a sing below in hand.
Yeah, but I believe he won't use it.
Yeah, maybe. Like he's committing one block there. And 3 block from the surgical extraction. We're going to see flick knives be used here. Going down to 1. And here we see a yellow death touch. So yellow death touch is going exactly for 1 damage here, so it's going to make his defense reaction much worse. And he does have one, it's low. Kind of, I feel a little bit unneeded use of the skull cap.
I don't know, because he's just trying to cover
yeah, but I mean, with a surgical extraction and a single below block 6, right? And there's like nothing that does 7 damage in that deck, unless it's a sneak attack, I guess, but no one's playing sneak attack, but like at least almost no one. So we see Hero here. Hero still presenting lethal response, so you kind of have to get your cards. I guess. I guess now at least you're like out of bucket, so like you won't have like the luxury of it. I mean, yeah, you have the okay, so he's going to try the below block to cards and isolate instead of going to the side. Okay, and it's yeah, like isolate. Yeah.
Okay, so good game. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.